changes. When we play changes, we have to remember throughout the entire song that there's a key signature. This top line, every good bird does fly, is F. So all the F's are going to be sharp in this song. And in this third space, F-A-C-E, all of the C's are going to be sharp in this song. So the left hand doesn't have any sharps to worry about in line 1, but we have to play F sharp right here in the first measure, and again right here in this last measure. So it's helpful to write those in to remind ourselves. Then when we get to line 2, we also need to sharp our top note. So if we look at the piano, and this is D major, having 2 sharps is D major. We have D, E, F sharp, G, and A. And I don't see any natural signs, so throughout this piece, you will be keeping the third finger on the sharp, F sharp. The only natural sign I see for the left hand, because the left hand moves around more, it's going to be playing to start the song in a G position and be playing these different notes. There's no F or C, but when we get to the last line on the first page, we're playing an A chord, a B chord with the F sharp, then a C chord, and this is where we're not playing the C sharp, we're playing C natural, and then we play. All right, so that's the only place I see where there's a natural sign for that C, and that's measure 15 if you look in your score. All right, so I am going to put my camera overhead here and play the first line. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Repeat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the right hand's really fun to play because it's always going from the thumb to a different finger. And those eighth notes have to be so consistent. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and nice and even. We don't want to play this song too fast before we learn the pattern so that there's no stopping and starting, because once we begin the eighth notes, they need to be nice and steady. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's measure 1. Why don't you go ahead and stop the camera? Or stop, I'm holding the camera, sorry. Stop the video and let's try measure 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You can stop and do it. Now I'm going to play it with the left hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right. So I hope you use this as a teaching tool where you're stopping the video and practicing. And then come back, turn it on, and now we'll do measure 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So practice that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and measure 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Practice measure 3 again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then the last measure in the first line is the one that's different, where both hands have to play at the same time. So we're going to be playing finger 5 in the left hand and finger 5 in the right hand at the same time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And do you notice the right hand is moving down by steps as it's alternating? Okay, let's practice that fourth measure again. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so use this video, stop and start, and get those each measure practiced, and then we're gonna go on, and I'm gonna play just line 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. And I really like how the composer has this stepping down in that last one. It reminds me of the first line where she's stepping down starting on finger 5, and this time it's. I love it when composers use the same kind of idea but just a slightly different way. So this right hand never has to move out of this hand position. Let's do it again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. One way you can practice along with me as I'm playing is you can tap your hands as I'm playing, because it's a little bit in the right hand tricky to get that counting. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's kind of jazzy there, where you're playing on the and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, where you're tying before the downbeat. It makes the song really flow beautifully, but it is tricky to get that rhythm just right. So if you use the video and tap along, then you'll get the feel for what it is without having to worry about playing the notes. And then when you come back to the piano and actually play the notes, they will be closer to that correct rhythm. So let's go ahead. I'm going to play first line again. You should look at your score and listen and tap your right hand and your left hand as you would play. Okay, so you're tapping and I'm playing. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. All right, good job. We are going to skip down to the last line of the first page because there's a lot of repeating on line 3. So in the last page, or the last line of the first page, we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1. So that rhythm is a pattern. That makes it pretty easy. The right hand also has a pattern. You're going to play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so the pattern for this one is to play on 1 and 2 and. So the and of 2. And I'm going to just look at the music here really quick, because if you were to write your counts in, you would have 1 and, it never wants to focus, it always wants to focus on my hand. 1 and 2 and this is where your hands would play. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and a 2. So these 16th notes right here would be and a 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, so I'm going to put this back up overhead. I want you to tap along with me as I play. So you're going to be just tapping like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, because right there you have an extra one for the right hand, and then 1 and the 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, I'm going to play and I would like you to tap. Here we go. 1 and 2 and ready and tap. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now there's one more thing I need to talk about in that last line is I'm in D position and I'm playing this. But in the third measure, I'm squeezing finger 3 in here. So I have a thumb for this note. But then I'm right quick back. Okay, so the first 2 measures, we stay in D. And in the third measure, finger 3 is just going to scoot over to the E. Finger 2 will play on the D. The thumb will play on B. And then it's super quick back. And then we're into page 2, which is my favorite part of the song. This is my very favorite part. And getting the rhythm correct is key on the top of the second page. We have to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 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 Okay, so I'm going to tap that line again. I want you to tap along with me. We have left, right, together. Left, right, together. Left, right, together. Together, right, together. So we have a pattern. The first 3 measures are starting with the left hand. Left, right, together. And we do that pattern through the whole line, except when we get to the end, we get to also play together on count 1. The pattern is the same, except instead of starting with just left, right, together, we're going to start with a together. Together, right, together. Let's repeat that. We are on measure 20. The last measure of the first line on the second page of changes. And it goes together, right, together. Let's do that measure again. Together, right, together. So if we go back to measure 17 and we tap that pattern, 1, 2, ready, play. Left, right, together. Left, right, together. Left, right, together. Together, right, together. Okay, so I'm going to play. I want you to keep counting or tapping. Okay, so tap along with me. 1, 2, ready, tap. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 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 Okay, we're going to do it again. Just that line. Ready, tap. Left, right, together. Left, right, together. Left, right, together. Right, together, together, right, left, right, together. I said the wrong thing there. I'm sorry. And you know, the thing that's really cool about this part is it's almost exactly the same as the beginning, except we're playing it in chords and in measure 2 at the beginning and measure 2 of the second page. They're the same notes, except they're played in a block form instead of, so you already know the notes. So that makes this section really fun to play. The left hand also is kind of the same. It's not in the G position that the beginning is, but the first note was D. And so we're playing a D chord. D, D, D. And now we have G chord. And a B chord. Back to G chord. Okay, so I'm going to play again. I want you to tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. Left, right, together. Left, right, together. Left, right, together. Right. Oh, I said the wrong thing again. I'm going to start all over. I'm going to get that right this time. Okay, so even the teacher makes mistakes, right? Here we go. Measure 17, top of the second page. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left, right, together. Left, right, together. Together, right, together. And I'm going to go on to the next line. 3, 4. Left, right, together. Left, right, together. Left, right, together. 1, together, 2, 3, 4. And I see a repeat sign. We are going to go back to measure 5. Okay, so I think we will stop with this lesson right there. You can see my main focus is making sure we know where the hands are playing and getting the rhythm accurate, because by now all of my students know these different hand positions. And so you know how to move to those hand positions, but getting the coordination right is the key thing. Right hand is always going to be staying in this D major hand position. Even if you don't see a sharp sign in front of an F, it is sharp because there is an F sharp in the very beginning of every line in the key signature, telling you that every F and every C need to be sharped in the song unless there's a natural sign. Okay, so have fun with this song. This is one of my favorites because that middle section sounds so cool and so big once you get it all worked out rhythmically. So have fun practicing.